invasive movement.
Yes. I think the only invasive you'll see is the torpedo grass out there. Everything else will be...
What's it called? Torpedo grass?
Torpedo grass.
Torpedo grass.
Dill, you better not drink all the water.
Yep, there is no shade. It's very, very warm. Oh, I wore my awesome new shorts.
Whoa, slide.
I thought you wore those yesterday.
I wore the exact ones, but these aren't dirty.
What are these little plants?
That's sorrel.
Sorrel.
You can tell they're new because they still have like the folds.
Yeah, I don't think I've worn these yet. I don't think I've worn these yet. It hasn't been warm enough to wear a bunch of shorts yet.
Yesterday was pretty fun.
This is gorgeous.
They're all brand new.
Are they like thick? Like, do you know?
No, but they're not very thick.
And then you have a beard, so that doesn't even help with the
Actually, it's like a radiator. You wet it.
What?
So weird. He's sun tanning. Man, he's just trying to tan his hide.
Yeah, be careful. It's rusty metal.
Oh, really? Where's it coming from?
Well, I'll tell you. Stop right here. No, that is interesting though. We do have a shipwreck here at the park on our eastern end, and it does look like this, like big massive metal pieces, flecks, and from China and stuff like that. This is a relic of World War II, at the end of World War II, and our United States' want to be in space and to shoot rockets. So after World War II, they stole the JV-2 rockets and the scientists from Germany. And then they went over to a little place called 4 Mile Village, which is right next door to this property, where they have some really high bluffs. And they asked the landowner if she would give them some land to test the rockets, because we had Eglin just up north of the bay. So they built barracks, and they built tracks and launch ramps and steam plants and all that, and bunkers and all that stuff over there in 4 Mile Village, and launched these rockets out over the Gulf. What they did through here was they built a road through here so they could retrieve rockets, and they had another way in to the 4 Mile Village. This wasn't part of it. This was all privately owned. So what you see here, all these pieces of metal, is what is called Springfield matting. In order to get big trucks through this sand, you have to have a way for them not to sink into it and get stuck. And so this is a really good representation of it. We'll see some more as we move ahead. But there was like rebar in the ground with loops, and then there was cross ties across, and then they laid like it's almost like field fencing across it, and that kept everything from sinking into the sand so they could drive through here. So the route of their road is kind of convoluted as it goes through here, and we cross it several times. So that's what you'll see sticking out of the ground.
It's like a plastic / wood / metal. That's what it feels like.
It's a really, really aged, rusty metal. When metal rusts, this has been out here for what, 70 years?
Does it get in the way of other plants stuff? Like, does it damage anything?
Not really. No, stuff grows right up through it. So in most of the areas, this like where we're walking is mostly the route they took. Just like all of our other roads up there, we use historical roads through here. So that's why there's nothing really growing on the path. It's just because it's been trafficked for that long,
so long.
that longer.
You have such a big heart.
How?
You just do. You have a really big
Shoot me in it, it'll be okay. I'll
What'd you say?
I said shoot me in it, I'll be okay.
You say the weirdest thing.
I do, it's fun. You should be in my head sometimes. I sell tickets, it's like Carnival X.
I really want to finish right now. Like, the weather's perfect.
Holy crap, holy.
Dylan's stealing the metal from the ground.
She just wants you
You
arrested.
can't steal that. That's a historic artifact.
Just looking at it.
Yes, I did. It was wet when you saw me. When I walked on the bathroom. Yeah, I got it. No.
I feel like I'm on a deserted isle.
Probably looks like
Carnes, darn it. Coyote footprints. Bam. Do. Coyote.
oh my god, yeah, that is. Or maybe someone's dog walking their dog.
I think there's too many lazy people around to be walking their dogs this far. Their dogs are like, I'm used to the air conditioner.
Yeah.
So if you look up behind you, you get a pretty good view of our dune line.
Ooh, this is nice.
Here. We'll have some better views as we go down. But you'll notice that what you're looking at, the wall, is the primary dune. And you notice that there's breaks in it where it dips down.
Yeah.
Those are caused by hurricanes and heavy storms that come through. If there's a low spot or a weak spot, the water will push through that, especially if the water remains high like that. It'll push through and make a fan behind there, and it'll leave an open spot in the primary dune, and then it'll slowly try to build back up. But those are necessary because those are really great shorebird nesting areas where it pushes through and opens that area up like that. It's a great shorebird nesting area. So that's why it's not beneficial to plant sea oats in a solid line all the way down your beach. Because you need some of those areas for wildlife, for them to be able to nest and feel safe. And there was something else. Oh, you'll notice this is a very, very harsh environment. I wouldn't want to live out here. I wouldn't want to put a house out here. I wouldn't want to. This is a very hard place to live. Okay, you feel the sun beating down on you. The rain typically pushes inland from here, so it doesn't really rain out here all that much. Other than outside of storm events, you get salt spray off the Gulf, and it's just a very, very harsh environment. And as such, the plants that live out here are very hardy. They have to be very tough for them to be able to live out here. The false rosemary has very tough leaves. These oak trees are very tough and leathery. Sea oats are very tough and leathery. All this stuff out here has to be able to survive and hold on in the face of all that harshness. And so one of the neat things I noticed about these oak trees is that their leaves form a canoe. We turn it upside down. There's a little lip on the bottom side of the leaf, and they've developed that in response to the lack of water out here. What that does is the water hits the top of the leaf and rolls around on the bottom of that lip, and it increases the surface area of the leaf for them to be able to intake the water.
Wow.
And there's a lot of things out here like that that have developed things like that in order to maintain themselves out here. It's basically like a desert. You'll see cactus and everything out here. It's basically like a desert out here.
What is this oak called?
This is sand live oak.
Sand live oak. Okay.
Different than live oak?
Yeah.
Similar, but yeah. Okay.
These grow in really neat, knotty
bundles.
Yeah. So like. And there's also, out here, you'll find these little pockets like this, where it dips down, and you got this nice little shade, and you got this nice little area underneath. This area is full of that out here, and you'll oftentimes find like deer and stuff hiding up underneath inside of these to get shade. This was not so good. There's not enough shade in here, but you'll find all kind of stuff down in here. We'll probably run across a gopher tortoise track.
There's a magnolia tree in there.
Yes.
Where?
There are a lot.
Well, that's coyote. What is this tree? Is this the same thing?
No, this is
Ouch.
What?
I'm not sure what kind of that is.
It's another type of an oak tree. No, this is amazing.
Yeah. The boardwalk over there, on the backside of the outfall.
So this fungus stuff is a lichen, right? Lichen.
I think this is called reindeer moss.
Yes.
You see the two there, deer moss and reindeer moss?
Deer moss and reindeer moss.
Yeah. I
spent so much time on my grandma's farm out in the woods. stuff is fascinating.
You got a hitchhiker. Oh, it's good. You had like some pokey thing hanging on your shoe. So
Would not surprise me.
it's kind of cool looking.
Oops. There's my hitchhikers. They're scratching me now. Great.
You have a great job.
Absolutely.
Yay! I saw one this morning in the field behind where we're camping.
Oh, look, here's the rebar.
Yeah. Wow. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, you can see it over there.
There's more rebarb.
This is what I was reading about online.
Here's probably our best example of the Springfield matting that goes through here. There's the lake here, cut up through there. Like I said, we'll cross it several times. It's also a good visual representation of the rosemary scrub. You just look at see all the false rosemary out there, like it's basically the pretty much the only species out there is out of trees. And there's some joint weed in there too. There's some flowers in there as well. So keep your eyes up on these snags around. A lot of these snags are dead from saltwater intrusion or water intrusion or just from can't make it out here. That's why you see the top of them missing a lot from the wind. You'll see bluebirds in here. There was one up just ahead of us. You'll see bald eagles, osprey, hawks, kestrels, merlins. You'll see all these using these dead trees out here to perch on and to find prey.
What was the first food in here?
Eagles,
Bluebirds.
bald eagles.
Oh, okay. Is that a coot?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And that's the other thing too that reminds me. Waterfowl like
I got
these
it.
lakes being fresh water. We saw some ducks as we crossed the outfall back there. Ducks will use these. They'll use outfalls. They'll use these little shallow little ponds you see that crop up when it rains in the dunes. So this is really abundant for birds and animals out here. So any questions so far?
I think because we're better. Your autofocus has to be readjusted.
You're the best.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you yesterday the reason why we had to go back.
You have to show
We
me.
had to go back to Walmart. John had bought that solar thing that left it on the hood and slid off on the pavement.
And got ran over. Yes, 40 bucks.
Yeah.
$40 it cost him for that little piece. It was about the size of my camera, a little bigger.
Yeah.
Well, it had like 3 panels. Like it had a main one and 2 branching ones.
Yeah.
And the middle one, the main one, still works. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was testing it to see if it worked and left it on the roof.
Yeah. And then, a good thing we went back because
Left other stuff in the shopping cart or something, didn't you?
somebody
Somebody-
left their glasses
Oh, my word.
on the sidewalk, on the curb.
Well, we need to get fish at Walmart stuff.
Yeah, right?
Next trip will be a foraging trip where we're not stopping anywhere. You just have to fend for yourself.
Yeah, right?
It's gonna be Survivor SPC style.
Day and then take everybody off of whatever
I would
they
love to
have
do that, like to go out to an island.
No,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just, you really gotta tough it.
the last man survived.
Be careful.
Yep. Please, I hope y'all have tetanus shots.
What are these things?
That's the rebarb from that road he was talking about they built. That's that rusty stuff you were touching.
I almost fell.
Yes. Please don't fall on that. That's tetanus. That's some lockjaw right there. This is amazing. I would like to camp out here. You know what I'm saying? Just pick a spot and just stay out here for like a week. My grandma's got a 60-acre farm, and we always had tents and went camping when I was little.
Yeah.
And we would sit out. My sister was an indoor person, but I would sit outside for a week or two during summer break. And we weren't allowed to have guns, but I had a bow and I made arrows to just learn how to, I guess. And then shot a rabbit and a squirrel.
That's cool.
Yeah.